I found the worst coding mistakes in history. Let's get into it. Hello, my name is Chris Athanas. I'm a KMP developer. Tech Support said they're coming out Tuesday, and that thing will be out of our hair. We stop complaining about it in the comment section, and we'll be done Tuesday. That's what Tech Support told me. All right, we're gonna listen to this. This guy has a really badass beard. I'm a little jealous because yours is wilder than mine, but and we're gonna go give him a like and subscribe all the way, all right off the bat. He's got more subs than me, so I'm jealous. But let's see what he has to say about the worst coding mistakes in history. Let's go.
All right, team, gather around. We've got yourselves another case, the long parameter list. The victim, clean, maintainable code. The crime scene, a function that's taking in way more arguments than it can handle. It's
Okay. Sometimes it's useful.
messy, confusing, and practically begging for bugs. If we don't solve this, it's only a matter of time before the entire code base starts to rot. This is what we...
Well, we've rot. Wait a second. I mean, starts to become confusing, unmaintainable, a little bit slapped together, sort of like how the Winchester house was put together. It does get to be that way. But are we trying to maintain this forever? Are we trying to use this fit for purpose so we can get to another system when we have enough time in it and profit and understanding of how this works that we can get to another version where it is maintainable? Which phase of the project are we in, sir? Let's keep going.
We found at the scene. Not too bad.
Now, why is he using this font, CTO? This is not a standard programmer font. I just want to point that out. This is some weird variable pitch font. Variables. This is not a programmer font, sir. I ding you once for CTO.
First glance, right? But when you look at the call, the chaos becomes very clear. You see the problem? 5 parameters. No.
Okay, so I mean, so one of the ways that that Kotlin has solved this conundrum is they have a thing called name parameters, where you just put the name of the parameter on the front, and so everyone can see what that thing is that's being passed in. So this, you can get away with a lot with that, and it doesn't really matter then because we know what the name is on the calling side.
No context. No safety. A single mistake and you're sending laptops to discount codes or applying shipping addresses as usernames.
Right. This is an issue with the language, not necessarily with this. There's a lot of issues like with these languages like this. There's a lot of stuff that's just like, what? And the IDs are like, huh?
This isn't just convenient, it's dangerous. Long parameter lists are a classic
With certain languages, yeah. Without name parameters, yeah, it's going to be super dangerous. I agree.
code smell, and they lead to
Code smell? What does that even mean? I don't know what code smell means. There's a whole list of them. They all have exact definitions. And that is, as we've learned from the code smell people, you really have to know all 22 definitions to be a professional code smeller.
some serious problems. Here's what we found during our investigation.
Okay.
What's 42? Is it a user ID? Both?
Magic
An order
numbers?
ID? Without more context, every parameter is a guessing game.
I mean,
this
yes,
slows everyone down.
yes, because there's not name. Let's keep going.
Developers, testers, reviewers, because nobody knows what's what. Switch discount code and shipping address by accident, and it's game over. Long parameter.
Well, okay. I mean, yeah, but name parameters, sir.
Lists practically beg for this kind of mix-up, especially when multiple arguments share the same type. The real killer here is scalability. Every time you want to add or change a parameter, you're chasing down every method call like it's a loose suspect. This kind of fragility is a ticking time bomb for your code base.
I mean, I guess you could have an address structure and a data class that you just pass this stuff around, so it's a little less confusing. But which phase of the project are we at? Because we're not, this address stuff is easy, right? But it's like there's other things like this. It's like, well, we don't know exactly what thing's going to be. Are we at the phase of the project where we're trying to do product market fit? Are we at the phase of the market where we're trying to put this thing into production, testing it, making sure it's understandable, extendable, and kind of fit for the purpose that we're found users that are willing to pay for this project as we go along and do this stuff? That we have an ongoing customer base that values our work. Let's keep going.
How did this happen? Now, why do long parameter lists happen?
They accumulate because we're putting a prototype, we're putting it, advancing into the MVP and making the MVP into production. And like people keep telling the people, hey, we need to do this code. It's like, well, can we get away with it? Can we get away with it a little bit longer? Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, we can. I mean, but it's going to take us slower and slower to keep this thing fixing and updating and changing, and we got competitors And that may be coming in. They're going to take our lunch because we're going too slow in the future. Well, we'll decide that later. We'll put that off till later. We'll defer that decision till later. It's like, then all of a sudden it's like, then you have these massive parameter lists. It's like, well, this is what you wanted. Here's the Winchester house.
Well, there's a few common culprits. The overachiever function. It's a method that tries to handle too much. It ends up demanding...
What's too much? What's too little? Maybe it makes sense. Maybe it makes sense while we're trying to product market fit. I wish they would split this up between these different phases. There's the exploring phase where everything's going to be a little crufty and weird and strange. And then there's, oh, we got it phase where we're like, oh, okay, we need to refine this and do another version where we cut all that crap out.
Way more data than it should. Number 2, unstructured data. Data that should have been grouped into an object that was left scattered across...
Yeah, like the address lines, individual elements, as opposed to an adject, data class, object, whatever, data class thing. Yes.
It's like dumping a bag of evidence onto the floor and hoping for the best.
Right, but we have to dump the bag out to be able to sort the beans and try out which beans our customers are going to like, which M&Ms are they going to like, which color are they going to like. So we got to dump it out first. Yes, it's a big mess. It's a big mess. But our job is also to dump it out, take that risk. Oh, it's so risky. It's just painfully risky because most of the time it's wrong. The low-hanging fruit is only low-hanging for a little while, and you have to find a moat where that low-hanging fruit you can do. It's like, so this is constantly, if you're going to be in software development, it's going to be this constantly thing. And a lot of people don't see all the failures. They just see the success from the company. I went through the gauntlet of dumping out the M&Ms and picking through the colors. You like this color, you like that color, you like this color, you like that color. It's like all that stuff, which represents you trying to meet the customer's demand, whether it's the VC just telling you got to put this feature in, or the user saying I need this now or this different way or whatever. Meeting those demands is the picking the colors. Yes. And then after you have the colors picked out, then we can build another one that just has those colors and that thing for that set of people, and maybe make it and see where this thing is headed and build it so we can change the pieces that we think are going to change. There's no magic. That's a description of the process. That's not how to follow through it. You have to be conscious and aware and awake and talking to people, because it's all about what people want, and we're fickle as hell.
Number 3, poor dependency management.
What does that mean?
Services and dependencies pass directly into methods instead of being managed properly at the class level.
Oh, you mean make a generalized interface? Talk about using interfaces and then plugging stuff in where it's necessary. Well, that's, again, maybe hook it up directly for the MVP and the proof of concept, and don't worry about the in-between layers. Make it all generalized and abstracted away. Don't worry about it until we get product market fit. After product market fit, yes, then we start to like put the interfaces where we think, oh, we might swap this thing out, or we need to swap thing, put this thing over here, or make some hard decisions like we're using this library. Like with KMP, a lot of these decisions are made. You go with KMP, you use Compose, you use all the libraries, you use all the serialization, all the stuff that they got that's been battle hardened, tested by thousands of people, for millions of hours, then you can just trust it. Really? And then one language for the front and back, for the web, the desktop. It's like these decisions, that is a hard decision to change, but it's also a lot of decisions get eliminated. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You just focus on some of the other implementations that are out there. How do you want to build this thing? Who's it for? Why?
The fix? Cleaning up the scene. All right, team, here's how we fix this mess. We've got a few tried and true techniques.
Okay,
Number
here we
1,
go.
parameter objects. Group the evidence.
Okay, yes, data classes. Yes, that totally makes sense. I agree 100%, sir.
The first move is to group related data into an object.
I agree.
Think of it as pulling all the loose clues into one organized folder, before and after. Now every piece of data is in one place and the method's signature is clean.
I mean, it's obvious in the case of addresses, but it's not so obvious when we're building something. We don't know what's going to change and where stuff's going to go, what parameters are going to be in there. Or when a good parameter list gets too big, whether we want to take the time to do the refactor or just add the thing on the end and keep going.
Number 2, the builder pattern. Assemble the case. For methods with optional parameters, we use the builder pattern.
Now, in Kotlin, this has been eliminated by named parameters, so you don't have to do this anymore.
It's like piecing together a case step by step,
Java
deliberate
stuff.
And error-free.
And builder pattern, by the way, is a hack.
Or after. It's clear, precise, and eliminates the risk of missing.
And it's still not a programmer font. Are you a programmer?
Or misordered.
I know you're a CTO, but are you a programmer?
Parameters. Number 3, dependency injection. Call in the experts. Sometimes long parameter lists happen because a method tries to manage too many dependencies. What's the fix?
Okay.
Inject them into the class.
Okay, that's one. Whether you create them inside there or you inject them in. Yes, you inject them in. You can do testing on them. I agree. But maybe when we're doing the MVP, the proof of concept, we're just gonna initiate right there. Let's go, and don't worry about it until we have product market fit. Then we go, okay, we need to test this out. Okay, we'll pull that thing out as opposed to instantiating inside the function. We're gonna pull it out and pass it in. We're gonna create it over here and pass it in. Okay, but that's a whole other step, right? And we know we got 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks, sir, CTO. We're not going to make it unless we get this thing out the door. So we're going to have to cut some things out as we find product market fit, the stage 1. Now, after that, then we can do stage 2 when we get out. We can rewrite, not reuse, not extend, not try to add on to, rewrite with all this stuff on there. And then it makes sense. And we have a stream of income coming in that we can support this effort. Long term, we can get people coming in on board where we can afford to pay them to stick around with our particular thing for our users. What?
Instead. Before, after. This move keeps the method signature focused on its actual job. Number 4, divide and conquer. Solve the case in steps. If the function is still bloated, it might need to be broken into smaller single-purpose methods.
Bloated? What's bloated mean? He doesn't give us. You gotta get some identifiers. Yes, you've discovered it's bloated. Well, what else are you gonna do other than split it up? But sir, help us understand why it would be bloated. What's bloated? Does it mean that are you on an older IDE where you can't do the twirl down of the brackets? You can't do sub functions like in Kotlin. You can't do that. You don't have that ability. We just have it all right there instead of split up in 1,000 different files, like Uncle Bob wants us to. What do you mean? When does the bloat happen? What do you mean? Like my app, Fed's road trip storyteller. A lot of the functions are right there in one big file because it doesn't need to be anywhere else. The stuff that needs to be everywhere else is shared by other places. I put them in different files, but the thing that needs to be right there is right there. You just twirl it down. And everything, if you twirl it down, it's like reads like an index. It's so easy to read. It's like, oh, everything's right there. I don't have to go hunting around for everything else. I know the variables that are being used right here are either going to be in a global store or right there. And I don't have to go hunting around. God, the hunting around stuff that Uncle Bob caused with making everything function. Extract. It's like, why are we extracting? Well, for readability, it's like, okay, we can do twirling down too. We have that in Kotlin. I know. It's like, oh my God. It's like, there's a reason that let's use the IDE, guys.
Before, after. Each method now has one clear responsibility.
Okay, that's cool. I get it. We should have things like that. Yes, I agree. I have an example application in Kotlin and Java. It's about a book repository that shows all the idioms they're using in Java here, except in Kotlin, and that Igor Brigoyenko goes into in detail with his courses. I just make an example. I made an example app from all of his ideas. Lots of notes about. It's in my GitHub. You can see it.
No more clutter. With these fixes, we've restored order.
Just Hugo Burger-Yanko's got it, man. And I'm surprised this stuff has been dropped. And it's like Alan Kay, the stuff that Alan Kay talked about has not been really well received. Even the microservices people, I didn't understand what Alan Kay's talking about. Let's keep going.
To the code base. The long parameter list is gone, replaced by methods that are clean, clear, and maintainable.
Clean? What does that mean? I mean, it's clearer. It's more maintainable, yeah. Because everyone can just things have labels what these functions do, but clean? What the hell does that mean? This is that frustrates me. It's like you just say this flippantly stuff like everyone understands what that means. Understandable? Well, that's subjective. Maintainable? That's subjective. But it's more maintainable for the example you give. I agree. It's more understandable for the example you give, but there's no objective measure of those things. It's a lot of it's taste. A lot of it's do we have time to dick with this?
Remember, the next time you see a method take it in more arguments than it can handle, don't
like shows the arguments. That's not what that's not what an argument is. It's a type of parameter where there's a value. Arguments to a mathematical function, not arguments to the social environment guy. It's like this is so autistically spurgy stuff. I love it, which I am the club of. But this is just okay.
Ignore it. Step in, investigate, and clean up the mess before.
This is an AI drawing. C5, CS. I'm in the trash bag. Let's keep going.
It spirals out of control. All right, team, case closed.
Oh, the case is closed. Boom. Waste management. Okay. All right. I should be so more serious about this stuff. I can't help it. Give me a like and subscribe. I'm going to keep my rants going, my silliness, goofing off in the back of class.